No deal and higher tariffs. That's the reality Canada is now facing. Windsor Essex relies on the auto sector, and that is one industry feeling the most pain. Bob joins us now with local reaction. Bob.
Well, Stephanie, nothing's really changed, but the tension that hangs over the industry continues and is growing. Experts feel that the longer this uncertainty drags on, the more damage it's doing.
A huge, very important relationship that needs to be ironed out between Canada and the U.S.
Not many are surprised U.S. President Donald Trump hiked tariffs on all Canadian goods not covered by the Canadian-U.S.-Mexico trade agreement from 25 to 35%.
We hopefully will get to a point where Canada and the United States will have a solid trading relationship that is tariff-free. That is still the goal.
President of the Windsor Essex Regional Chamber of Commerce, Ryan Donnelly, says the uncertainty is keeping the auto industry from business as usual.
Nobody's moving forward because they don't know what the pricing is going to be. They don't know who's going to be incurring any of these costs. So as a result, people are just not moving forward. And as a result, it's affecting Windsor greatly.
We're starting to see the pain playing out in the automotive sector. You see Stellantis reporting billion-dollar quarterly losses, and the rest of the OEMs aren't far behind. That is just the signal that the pressure is building.
Dilkin warns that if the auto sector hits a tipping point, production cutbacks could happen, or the costs will be passed on to the consumers on both sides of the border.
The United States has 4.2% unemployment. That, by all economic standards, is full employment in an economy. Where are they getting the people, even if they could repatriate all the factories? And so we have to find a pathway that allows us both to win.
Unifor Local 444 President James Stewart feels if the Canadian government locked into an agreement similar to the one the U.S. brokered with the EU, the writing would have been on the wall for the assembly plant.
There's no way Stellantis, for example, here in Windsor, would pay a 15% tariff. You're talking billions of dollars a year. There's no way they could sustain that long term.
Stewart says the Detroit Three, including Stellantis and Windsor, are breaking down the thousands of parts and providing proof to the U.S. that they are compliant in order to lower tariffs as much as possible.
The importance of what's happening on a national level in this trade agreement is more vital, I think, than most people realize.
Our economies are extremely tied together, so if it means that it takes a little bit more time to get a great deal for Canada, I very much support that. I'm sure our businesses also agree.
So to sum this up, no one knows where all of this is really going, but the general consensus here is that the government needs to step in, open that toolbox, and use everything at their disposal to get a deal on the table and done. Sooner the better. Stephanie?
Okay, Bob Bellacicco tonight. Thank you.